guys, you're watching this one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of ZombieZ 2. So last episode we set up the world. I showed you how to get a world with a nice air spot underneath it to be able to do all your redstone in as easily as possible. You know, you don't have to dig it out all the time. And we worked out exactly sort of the mob cap that we can have of zombies on the world at one time. We worked out how we were going to do the buffs, we worked out how we were going to do the special items, and we worked out how we were going to do the normal items that were spread around the map, and how we were going to stop people from misusing them and mistreating them, you know, cheating the system in order to get overpowered. However, we didn't work out how we were going to get the zombies to spawn. Now, I think what we'll be using is some sort of clock system, something that we did notice when we were doing the mob limit test of seeing how many zombies we could have on the world at one time, is that the eggs, the zombie eggs, when they were in the dispensers, they weren't being wasted. If the zombie could not spawn, the egg didn't get fired at all. Now that's going to save us an awful lot of headache, because that means that we don't need as many hoppers and chests and stuff to make the game last as long as we want, because the eggs aren't being wasted. When I built the first zombies map a couple of years ago, 3 or so years ago, it would always fire the eggs out, but it just wouldn't spawn the zombie. So as far as the clock goes, it shouldn't be a problem. All we need is a way to initially activate the egg. Oh, and by the way, people were asking in the first episode, AJ, how are we going to use this game over and over again? You're going to have to reset it often. Nope. What you'll do is you'll turn off autosave, then you can play it, and then you quit the game without saving, and when you load up again, you have a fresh world all ready to go, all set up, without having to refill anything. So you don't have to worry about refilling chests and refilling dispensers with potions after each game, because that would suck. You just set it up so it has no autosave, you just play it, you quit off, you load it back up again if you want to play again. Easy as that, easy as that. So, where's my spawn? Oh, did I get rid of the spawn? Did I? I got rid of the spawn things? I didn't even remember doing that. Okay. We'll set ourselves a new spawn then, right here. I always like to put a block down at least so I know where I am spawning. And what we want to do is we want to set up our quick system, our quick equip system, as I like to call it, with some sort of iron door to let you go through. Look at that small 2 on the coords, like -1, 1, 2. Do you see that? That's really weird. It's like a tiny, tiny little 2. So this area is just going to be an area that you can maybe meet up with your friends first, get your friends into the world, and all that kind of stuff. We want a quick equip station, but we want to split it up into hardcore, which will have nothing, and normal mode, which will give you some equipment. Now, the quick equip should be quite easy. What we're going to need is some dispensers here, a pressure plate, and that might be it. What I want to first test out is, let's put down 2 dispensers on top of each other, put a pressure plate in front of it. Let's just stick a ladder in there. If I stand on this, I do not get the ladder out, so we can't have them at the top there. What we can do is have a dispenser in the floor with a pressure plate on top of it. That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 things that we can put in, so we can have boots, leggings, chest, and helmet all in one go. Now let me grab some here. Boop, boop. Oops. Boop, boop. We put in leggings, not ladders. You wouldn't want ladders. That's not really going to protect you a huge amount. And helmet. Clear my inventory. I have no armor on at the moment, but if I step on this, boom, I have full chainmail armor already equipped. It's just nice and easy. It doesn't take much to work out, and it's really easy to set up. So let's say that you can have, well, we might as well do 4, mightn't we? There's no redstone involved with this, so let's have it up to a 4-player game. So if you've got 4 friends that you want to join in and play it, obviously the more people that you have, the easier the game's gonna be. But Because of that, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a little bit of competitiveness. If you do have friends, unlike me, if you've got some friends, you want it to be a little bit more competitive. We can make this competitive by saying whoever has the most zombie flesh at the end of the game wins. Not levels, okay? It's not going to be your XP levels, because you're going to use your XP levels to enchant stuff. But if we say zombie flesh, that brings in a really interesting aspect to the game, because the only food that we're going to have on the map to eat is zombie flesh. So in order to stay alive and to get more points, you have to eat your points. You have to eat your score. So basically, you need to make sure that you're killing zombies more often than you're eating zombies. Because if you eat more than you're killing, you're going to end up losing points. And you don't want to do that. So that's going to be a really cool aspect to it. So we shall reset the spawn point once we get that fully set up. I really want to get this as a little room properly nice set up. Now on the last one I used nether brick and stuff and it looked pretty cool. I don't think we want nether brick though on this one. I think we want to use the clays. So I'm going to use maybe oops, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe a green and dark oak mix with some spruce logs between. I think that's going to make a nice sort of combination of bricks and stuff. Bricks and blocks. I should probably move that over, actually. I want to have logs in front of these. And if I do it on this side, we've only got one block to walk down the middle. I want 3 blocks to be able to walk down the middle with. Just to make it comfortable for everybody. So let's just move this over. It's only two bits that we need to move. Pressure plate dispensers. That one. That one. That one. That one. Crouch click. That one and that one. That one and that one. Boop. 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 And on there. Beautiful. Okay, I think that's going to be a really cool setup. And then I've got the green clay, just because it's going to be a nice sort of different block. I'm going to put the green ones on the 2 side dispensers. Oops. On here, 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 and here. So that's what you're going to sort of see when you look down it. That looks pretty cool. I really like the look of that. I want to use a load of clay and stuff in here. And then we want sort of an entrance way here. I think I'm going to do this a block back. I'm going to do it a 3 by 3. Oops. A 3 by 3 of this stuff. We can have logs going along the top here, maybe. Like that. And like this. This is cool. I love starting up a map like this for the first time. You got to work it all out. Actually, I think upside down stairs would look better. It looked a little bit too clunky, didn't it, with the logs going across the top. So I'm going to do something like that. Yeah, that looks better. Then we're going to get these slabs here and just do like an interesting sort of design. Something like that. Maybe that's too many. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. We'll do that one. And that one. Ah! Aha! What about something like this? And then another 3 by 3 with a log here. And then in this one, we go up. Like that. So it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. To cover up the top, I do think that we want logs going across here. Like that. Imagine that for the wall that goes around the spawn area. That's going to be pretty cool. However, I think we're going to have to move it over a few blocks because we want like a door on this. So you want to say, well, do you need that? No, I don't think you need that. Like, no, I don't think we need that. This is the normal route, so you're going to get chainmail armor probably for it. Then the hardcore route, you'll get nothing. We do want a sword, though. We can set up another sword thing. Yeah, no, we can set up something else for that. Let's have these going across the top here. I don't think this is going to look quite as chunky anymore. No, that's looking okay. And then along the top here, some glowstone or some sea lanterns or something like that to give a little bit of light in here. So we'll stick those two on there. Those two on there. Put the green in the middle. Like that. And I think that's looking pretty cool, right? Yeah, even put a little plant in there. You could put a plant with a dead bush in, or fern or something like that. Let's try with a little fern there. Just little bits of detail like this really make the map look cool. When it's all finished, you guys are going to be so impressed. So, power, you get armored up, but you're going to want a sword, especially down the normal route. You're going to want to start off with a sword, even if it's just a stone one, to get you started. So, what if we had... What if we had your own starting rooms? So it now splits off. Let's make sure that we have a nice 3-block wide area to be able to walk through. That's going to have to be a wall there. So we'll have it along here. I love this kind of working things out at the beginning of a map. It's so interesting to try and figure out everything that you want to do as early as possible. Okay, so we'll have player 1. Player 2. No. We want this to sort of be as even as possible. What if we don't like that? Player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. They each go into a room. Player 1 will be in this one. So this will be the sort of host room. And he'll be able to choose, or he'll be able to know how many players are playing. So if there's 4 players, he'll be able to wait until everyone's ready. If it's just him playing, he'll be able to go in and activate the room by himself. So in here, we're going to want to have a dispenser on the floor. And these are going to have your swords in. So when you walk over these with the pressure plate on top, you'll be given a sword. Like this. And then we're going to want to have doors on the end. I'm going to use iron doors so people can't sort of get through early or anything like that. We don't want them on this block, because if you have them on this block, it's going to open up when you press that. So we're going to have to put them a block back. Like so. In the host pod, let's just put these on. In the host pod, this is going to have the starting lever on the side here. Where would be the best place for that? On the floor or on the wall? I'm sure we can put it on the wall. I'm sure. If I put a lever here, this will open up players 1 door. But what we want this to do is also open up the other doors all at the same time. So let's go underneath into our redstone zone. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds proper. The redstone zone. And let's grab ourselves some redstone and some repeaters here. We're going to place a piece of redstone here, and that'll be covered up so you won't be able to see it. If we activate this redstone will be lit. We want to have a repeater coming out of here, sucking the power out. This will allow us to keep the top of the world completely flat, but the redstone below can be lit. We're then going to have to work out exactly, these doors are on these blocks here, aren't they? 1 block behind. So we're going to want to have torches. We should be able to hear it open. Yes, good. That means we've got them in the right place. Torch, torch, and torch. We're going to want to have... I could probably do it a little bit more compact like this. And then we want to have the signal going into this torch being inverted. So something like that. So they're all closed at the moment. Then we can have 2 blocks here. Boom. Or is that now inverted the wrong way? No, that's good. There we go. I actually like the sort of delay. If you don't like the delay between each one opening up, it's not going to make a difference to the game. It's like a millisecond. If you don't like it, then you'll just put the same delay going into each one, so you'd have it set up like that instead. In fact, I can show you. I'll show you because I'm nice. like this. And now they'll all activate at the same time. Well, apart from that delay on the first one. Ooh. Or not, apparently, as the case may be. Ah. There we go. The old stuff was getting in the way. So the other three, I don't like that as much, though. I sort of like the look to it. So let's put that back. Oops. That one. And that one. And torch. Oops. Torch there. And like that. Perfect. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, that's a cool setup. So, we've got the doors all set up. We're now going to want to split these up from each other so they can't get, they can't like walk through each other's doors. So we can block these off and have their own individual capsules. They've already got their sword as soon as they walk over the pressure plate. I'm going to put doors on the other side of this, just normal doors though, like spruce doors or something like that. So, maybe we can even do them open, and when you go through them, yeah, when you walk through it, it then shuts it for you. So we'll do them, have them open like this. And let's say player 1 walks through into here. He grabs his sword and the door closes behind him. Then the other players know, oh, that door's closed. There's someone already in there. I can only go into one of these three. So then the next player goes in here and it shuts behind him. And this player goes in here. It shuts behind him. And then player 4 comes along and he's like, oh, everyone's all taken that. I've only got this spot left. Beautiful. That's a really cool little setup, that is. Very handy for us. So, host has the lever. I think that's good. I think that's the sort of spawn for the normal way setup. As far as the hardcore method goes, we just want the same thing, but without the dispensers. So let me put that down and I shall be back. Okay. Oops. And boop. There we go. We should now have all of the redstone hooked up for this side. Beautiful. And it's got that effect of all opening up at different times as well. I do like these spruce doors. They're like really cool doors for this whole build. And I like the theme of the green and the spruce as well for this whole spawn area. Obviously, we don't want people getting through from hardcore to normal and normal to hardcore. So we're going to want to keep this blank in the middle. Or block this up, sorry, in the middle here. Like this. Oh, wrong green. We use dark green, not the lime green. Like this. And then I could put like maybe logs up the corner here or something like that. I like the log sort of design. Yeah, no, that works well. That works well. And then logs here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So beautiful. We now have ourselves the same hallway, but just over a little bit from each other. We've got hardcore and normal. Hardcore doesn't give you anything. Normal gives you a sword, and you get armor through this section. Down here will just be a blank hallway. How are we doing for time? I can maybe get one more bit done. We're going to want some beds. Obviously, this map is going to be played at night. If it's played in the daytime, the zombies just burn. That's boring. So we're going to want to have some beds down here, and we want 4 beds, don't we? Let's get this symmetrical here. I think that's going to have to be covered up. That's the center point right there. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, nobody needs any more beds than that. It's only a 4-player map. So we can have the 4 beds down there. And then all I need to do is then put the walls down the other side. So I shall get that done and I shall be back and then we'll close off the episode. Oh man, we're getting really, really good with like pacing out widths of blocks and stuff like that. We still get that 3-block sort of pattern in the middle. This is what we've got around the outside. It's looking really, really cool. Down the hardcore zone, it looks the same apart from the quick stations, like the quick equip stations are blocked up. So or there's nothing there, but I've just got let me fly. But I've just put blocks there instead. Down this side, obviously there's the quick equip. Now We're the ones building this, so we know if you want to play normal, you go down there, and if you want to play hardcore, you go down there. But if anybody else is playing the map, I like to set, although I can't put this map up for download because it's on Xbox One, but I like to set up the map in a way that if I gave my Xbox to someone else, they would be able to play the game without me having to tell them. So next episode, we'll work out a way to sort of tell the players that normal's down there and hardcore's down there, and that you can only sort of set up once. So when one's open, the other one's closed, and when one's closed, the other one's open. Should be really easy to do, and I'm sure we can work it out. We'll also get a floor and a ceiling down in here maybe as well. And can we get a ceiling down, or will that mess up the spawn point? I don't know. Maybe we need to keep that bit open. But either way, that's all we've got time for this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode.